It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Check 59. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, and C.J. Uzomah. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Back to Mixon on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now this throw caught left side, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
The 34-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon, and a short gain down to about the 33.
The stop made by Gerald McCoy.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, check right 47. Check right 47.
2nd and 9 now. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
The pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
17-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Mixon with a first down carry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, you only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Kamara on the carry.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Out to his left. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. try to pound it in. Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Kamara trying again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Saints 7, Bengals 3.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st down, Mixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6. And his throw is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D.
Back to throw here. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
You got nothing. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Now Joe Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. A toss left, Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals are going to jump back in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
They'll give it to Mixon. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Deontay Harris. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a yard at the 7-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. It's Mixon on the counter. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Saints. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Here's Harris to return it. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
At the 15-yard line.
And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Let's go, team. Let's go.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Now that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Here's Harris to return it. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're accepting.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is not going to go for Bullock. It's left to the upright, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
He's checking crowd. 955. Come on.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Logan Wilson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
It's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
The pass.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
The Saints first down.
Let's go. Back to 60. Back to 60.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Bengals 24, Saints 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First down.
They'll They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On the ground, this is Kamara. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Alvin Kamara.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
5 yards to go.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
9-yard attempt.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Jim. Check 26, check 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That's good.
That one goes for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Check 59. There we go. Check 59.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Down at the 20-yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 14. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And 1.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running with Kamara, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Today's final.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance